Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Cody the Coin Raptor, and today I want to talk about something I've heard recently, and that is that Three Arrows Capital founders Kyle Davies and Su Shu are trying to found another crypto firm. This time, they're working on an exchange they're calling GTX. Now, as a quick reminder of what happened at 3AC, 3AC was a crypto hedge fund or a venture capital firm, and they went under back in June. Now, the actual company itself got liquidated. They were forcibly liquidated by the Singaporean government, and they have not cooperated in this liquidation process of 3AC or Three Arrows Capital, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. Now, Three Arrows Capital also owes 27 creditors a total of $3.5 billion in US dollars. So these guys right here, Kyle Davies and Su Shu, are working on another crypto project. This time it's called GTX. Okay, it is a cross asset trading on a public marketplace, and it is supposed to be handling claims, crypto, and stocks. So I'm going to go through this real quick and give my thoughts on it here as I go through it. So this was a PDF that I've obtained, and this is kind of like their pitch meeting in which they're trying to gather up about $25 million to do a startup here for this exchange they're calling GTX. And the plan for this is that they are going to try and go after this $20 billion crypto claims market. And the reason for that is because there are so many claims that are wrapped up in so many bankruptcies and liquidations that they're trying to essentially what they're trying to do is they're trying to get users access to those funds. Okay. They have a roadmap here in which they're starting first with claims, and then they're going to move into crypto and stocks and trading, and then also currency exchanges. So they're planning on this exchange, according to this pitch meeting, they're planning on it encompassing almost the entirety of the financial system. And so they're going through what they're looking at. They're first starting with claims. They're boldly claiming that they can dominate the crypto claims market within 2 to 3 months of going live. So they're specifically saying that in the crypto claim space, they are going to become the dominant player within 2 to 3 months, which I think is a little bit incredulous. But then after that, they're going to move on to crypto, and they're going to be trying to fill the power vacuum left by FTX and FTX's massive collapse and the massive loss of trust by FTX. And I would say a power, a level of trust that has also been lost by firms like 3AC and not just FTX. But anyways, they're also going to move on to stocks at this point as well. So they're going to do claims, they're going to do crypto, and they're also going to do stocks. And they're going to go ahead and that's their roadmap essentially. But they're starting with claims first. So they've come out here and they've said, well, okay, well, there's a problem right now in which this current process of buying and selling claims is bad. It's poor. There's not a lot of value there for these claim holders because they're getting liquidated at just ridiculous rates of like 10%, 15%. And they're selling their claims for what looks to be pennies on the dollar. So that's the reason why they're saying there's a problem here. Okay. And then they're going to find a solution. Okay. And they're going to be able to unlock FTX, Celsius, and other creditor claims for immediate trading. Okay. So I don't know how they're planning on doing this exactly, but it seems like they're going to unlock it, and they're going to allow users that have those claims to immediately trade with those funds. Okay, so that is a little strange to me. I'm not sure how they're going to do this exactly, but this draws all kinds of red flags, I think, in my opinion. So they're coming out and saying that there's a $20 billion market value for this, and that the claim space right now is just not it's not fulfilling its job. There's 1 million depositors on FTX caught in the bankruptcy proceedings here, and they're selling claims at 10% face value for immediate liquidity or waiting 10 years for bankruptcy to process disbursements. That's probably the case. I don't doubt this, but I don't think the solution is going to be, hey, why don't you go ahead and invest in our crypto exchange that allows you to immediately trade based on those claims. And by the way, we're the same guys who ran 3AC into the ground. So they're literally coming out and they're saying, okay, they're going to unleash this, what they call debt capital. Debt capital. That should immediately draw red flags here, right? And they're basically saying that from users of FTX, Celsius, BlockFi, and Mt. Gox even. I guess with Mt. Gox, they're even counting those Bitcoin disbursements that are going to be taking place later on sometime this year. And then they're also coming and comparing themselves to the other markets as well, the other exchanges that kind of do the same thing, like Xclaims and Claims Market. All right, and then they're saying, well, we got battle-tested technology, right? And then it comes down to, I think, the most important and funny slide of this entire presentation, which is that they list out the founding team, right? And you have Kyle Davies and Sushu, right? But at the bottom here, they say, okay, well, they're co-founders of Three Arrows Capital from 2012 to 2022, and they grew to $4 billion and 40x and both FX and 80x in crypto. And then they said before 3AC went bust in 2022. So they couldn't even leave that off. So if your project is being headed by people who literally led their previous project to going bust, that's not a very good thing. You don't want to brag about that as part of your founding team, as part of a pitch meeting. That really seems kind of suspect to me, the fact that they even put that on there. I wouldn't even put that on there, but you know, they're basically saying, hey, we 40x'd and then 80x'd and then we went bust in 2022. But I think that's very suspect. And they're also saying, well, okay, we've got some additional founders as well. The guys who not part of 3AC, but there's some guys that are co-founders of what they call CoinFlex, which is another exchange here. And then they go through and they list the executive team and all that. And so what they're looking for right now is they're looking for this $25 million in seed money, and they're trying to get into it by the end of February. I don't know why they're doing it so quickly, but they seem like they want to get that done, and that's about a month and a half away or so. But they're trying to raise this $25 million to seed in order to complete the startup, right? And then they're basically trying to become this one-stop shop for crypto and stock trading. So this is ridiculous. I don't even need to go into how crazy this is that we've had people who have been bad actors in the crypto space trying to facilitate another crypto exchange, another crypto project. I don't know if they're going to get this money, but if they do get this money, I definitely will be talking about it. And one other thing I want to point out is that there is a 3AC liquidation page on Twitter that literally just uploaded subpoenas that the Justice Department has sent to them because the Justice Department has been unable to actually locate these two founders based off of what they were doing in 3AC. So they had to issue subpoenas over Twitter in order to try to get them to comply, to show up in court, which I think is also pretty ridiculous. So, let me know what you guys think about this project. Is this something you guys would be interested in investing in? Do you think that this is a turnaround story for these founders here of 3AC? Do you guys think that would be possible for them to have a turnaround story, that we should give them more of our money to see if they could actually pull this off and making this exchange, which they kind of tongue-in-cheekingly name as GTX? I'm very curious about hearing your guys' opinions on the matter. And if you like this content, let me know. Like, subscribe, and also go ahead and consider sharing this as well. I definitely appreciate that. Now, this is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to see you in the next video.